This picture is of a big celebration just as about the final year medical students are celebrating to become doctors, they're graduates. But this celebration was very particular because we invited a whole lot of hosts, host families that hosted them during their rural block. We've introduced a homestay project where the medical students in their final year rural block can choose to live in the community. And at the celebration, there was an elderly lady, a gogo, who came up to me and gave me one of these completely enveloping hugs. And she told me, "You have absolutely no idea what you've done to me." I said, well, what have I done to you? She says, "Do you know that now I have got 6 children that are doctors?" So I started to think, okay, we need to explore what happened in the community, that they've suddenly got all these doctor children in their families. But we kind of also asked the students, so what happened? So one of the things a theme that came out very, very strongly is that they felt that they were cared for, they were part of something, they had a place to be, they were being fed, they were part of celebrations, they really had a place to be. One medical student, so the stories are quite extraordinary, where suddenly you need to negotiate how you eat, but you really choose to eat unfamiliar food on a regular basis. So it's not only kind of trying it out every now and then, but that becomes just staple food. So there are all sorts of shifts that need to happen when you live in that space. But there clearly was something going on, that the students really made that connection and really wanted to be there and became their children. So one student in particular said, what is extraordinary about it is we've got a place to go home to. So when we leave the hospital, we can leave things behind, and at the end of the day, we become normal. So what was also remarkable is that students said, once you leave from there, once you become, leave from that place where you have become normal again, the way you engage in the community is completely differently. Yeah, it's completely different. It's completely different how you speak to the people around you, the community members, so when they go teaching in the schools, or when they do the projects in the community that they require as part of the job. So one story in particular that kind of moved me is that a while after the graduation, there were 2 students that went back to the home that they went to celebrate that they've now become doctors. So these are very remote communities. So they drove out all the way to Msinga, up into the hills, and celebrated together with the host family that they stayed for just 7 weeks in order to celebrate that they have become doctors. And I think that's a really wonderful place to start to be a doctor. So I suppose it's time to go home.